Okay, first of all, guys, I want to give God glory for helping me figure this out, because a 20-minute oil change turned into a nightmare. But I got my oil drain plug stuck. As you can see, it is all jacked up. But I did finally get it loose. I screwed it back up there to show you guys how I did it. Okay, so first thing I did is when I had the socket on there, as you can see, I broke the molded bolt head off of that oil plug. Let me show you what that looks like. This is what that bolt head is supposed to look like. Well, that one there, I broke pieces of it off trying to loosen it with a socket. So the next thing I did is I took a screwdriver or a punch and I placed it against this here. What the heck did I do with my punch? There it is. I took my punch, I put it here, and I started smacking it with a hammer. Now, the first time I did it was with a flathead screwdriver, but anyway. Well, then, as you can see, I just broke these things off here, and it still didn't come off. And so I took a Dremel. I sized my Dremel up with the new cap here, because I wanted to make sure I didn't actually go through the threads and into the crankcase. So I sized my Dremel up with this here. When I realized that that cutting head would not go through the threads, well, that's when I realized that I wouldn't damage the crankcase, because this Dremel head wasn't thick enough. So I cut a groove right in the center of that thing, like that. Okay, I cut a nice groove in there. I chipped the rest of the bolt head that was left away, and then I got into some real good meat. And when that happened, I took my punch, I placed it right here, and I smacked it with a hammer, and the thing finally started turning. Okay, and when you take this out, you're gonna have a screen, and as you can see, it's already loose. You're gonna have an oil screen and a spring, and that's what it looks like when it comes out. But anyway, if you're having a problem with this, I hope this helps. This is a very extreme example. I tried heat. I tried smacking it with a hammer, or with a screwdriver, like I said. And I tried just plain using the socket to do it. None of that worked. I ended up having to completely annihilate the bolt head until I got into the body of the plug. And then I was able to use a punch to smack against the body of the plug to get it loose. Anyway, if you're having this problem, guys, I hope this video helps. God bless.